So, hello everyone. This is OK here, and we are looking forward to a match between Kleerkast and John Stuckey. But before we go to that, why not take a look at a few games from the Crazyhouse World Championship? And I think the game we should start with is Samurai Sri Lanka, and this was a qualification for the knockout stage. This match was like an epic match. It went 5-all, it went 6-all, it went 7-all, and it was finally decided in this game. Samurai Sri Lanka needed to win to continue the tie, and he missed this. He missed mate in this position against Ashwini Kumar, who then went on to progress actually for at least a couple of rounds, even despite being just rated about 1600 on Lichess. And it's not such an easy position. So what actually happened in the game was knight at b3 is actually an excellent move found by Samurai Sri Lanka. Because these squares are taken. So if pawn takes knight, this is just checkmate. So it's quite an ingenious move, and c takes b3 therefore was forced, and that was played. Queen c3, correct. At c2. Now what happened in the game is instead of finding knight at d3 checkmate, I should just make sure they haven't started while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to open up the TV in a new tab so I hear it. So in finding what actually happened in the game was queen d2, king b2, queen c3, king went back. Worth saying that even if the king runs here, it's still going to be mate with the king here and queen here checkmate, for example. Although other ways might also work, even queen here checkmate. But okay, it turned out to be a repetition, and it was simply mate in 1 with knight at d3. Because this square is covered by the bishop, which perhaps was missed in the game. And I said here, even taking the rook would be a good idea. So if you go here, queen here is checkmate. Would be a very nice way of finishing it. The knight here check, covering the escape route. That would be a very fancy way of doing it. Okay, so while we're waiting, I just might as well play through a few games. Okay, so it's black here to play. This was very beautiful. This was Andrei Casanova as black, with just nothing in hand, just a knight in hand. He was just throwing pieces on the board, sacking everything. White has 2 queens, a rook, 2 more rooks on the board, a knight in hand, 3 pawns, and black just with 1 knight and 1 pawn. And what black played was knight at e2. The other knight comes in, and the pawn checkmates. Although in fact there's an even sweeter mate, which is amazing, which is knight at f1, cutting the king off. The king can't come here because it's cut off. And wherever the king goes, knight here is checkmate. You don't actually even need the pawn in hand. It's a quicker mate without the pawn in hand. The 2 knights are just incredible. So this is very nice, but even nicer, although not played in the game, is just knight f1, and wherever the king goes, knight f2 next is checkmate. So Variant Bunny played this match against Blunderman 1. Strong opening theory from Variant Bunny, and the move that's become popular lately, instead of going bishop g5, is knight g5, with the ideas of sacking on h7 and opening up the light squares. And that's exactly what happened. Kleerkast in chat says, I guess we won't start 15 minutes early, so it seems. So the sack comes on f7, grabs a knight, and that king is going to be pummeled, I would imagine. Knight takes h7, brings the queen out, grabs the knight. So it's a very weak king, and just keeping on laying on attackers. So it's a good win from Variant Bunny. The Crocodile Hunter, yeah, amazing. The Crocodile Hunter missed a mate against Little Plotkin. Little Plotkin won all the games very quickly, but playing quite impatiently in some of the games, and here, surprisingly, Crocodile Hunter could have found a mate, but it requires vacating this knight with check. So yeah, so actually that's not correct. So when I was watching the game, I was thinking of vacating the knight with check, because it's a classic clearance idea. And even Jan Lee said White had to try this idea of knight b6. Actually, knight b6 doesn't work, but knight at b6 does work. And so why does knight to b6 straight away not work? And the reason it doesn't work is because you can take with the a pawn, and then if any checks on d7, you could take. But the point is, you have this avenue to run to a7. Now, if you do knight at b6, I don't think that works because you have a takes, knight takes. And if the king tries to run, you've still got a knight here is the problem. So queen here, check, king here, queen takes, king here, and queen here is checkmate. And if you take this knight, you've actually opened up the c7 square, and that square is going to be key. You sack a queen, put a new queen on, and whichever way the king goes, pawn at d7 is mate. So in fact, actually, a takes b6 is not the strongest move. C takes b6 is more challenging, and then you have the same kind of idea. If pawn takes knight, we've seen the line already. If bishop takes knight, similar ideas with something at d7. Bishop takes knight at d7 works again. Just pawn at d7 is enough. Queen b6 and a queen to mate. So probably the most challenging is actually here, but then you pick up a rook with check, and yeah, you don't need all the material. Okay, Simba mated Igor Bugmate. So he had lots of material in hand. Let's just see the mate. Queen at d8, so it looks like some kind of smother idea. Knight f7. Oh, very nice. Just making that's a perfect square for the queen on d6. So that's very beautiful. Everyone likes a good queen sack. Now, I've got to thank Legion Destroyer because he's done a great study, and I'll just put this in the Twitch chat. Hi there, Kichaika. Am I a first viewer? The stream has just started, and we are waiting for a match, so yes, you haven't missed anything. So I'm going to just give a shout out to Legion Destroyer on Lichess, who has put together, wow, he's just filled up this study with he's actually filled up the study completely. So we're gonna need a new study for the Crazyhouse World Championship. He's done such a good job finding all these wonderful highlights. So I'm just going to give the link in the Twitch chat, and I'll put the link with the YouTube video as well to advertise it. Great study of many beautiful ideas from the Crazyhouse World Championship so far. And the match we're looking forward to is Kleerkast, Hendrik de Groot from the Netherlands, up against John Stuckey. But John Stuckey isn't online, so maybe Kleerkast says he wants to do a recap video afterwards. He doesn't want to stream during the match, so that makes sense. But I don't know. John Stuckey is already 2 minutes late, having said he'll be 15 minutes early. So we're having our doubts about whether it's going to be happening or not. Okay, so while we're waiting, we can continue looking at these highlights. Jasugi99 finished off the Lone Wolf in style. So Jasugi99 is black. He has 2 queens in hand. I remember this one, yes. He has 2 queens in hand. He could have put a queen here and a queen here and just checkmated, but no. Instead he put a queen here. And the reasoning is once you take the queen, you have the classic setup with the knight and queen coming in. And this is a very nice pattern, this knight and queen formation. So the idea of putting a queen here is it actually clears this f2 square, which enables the queen to come in and take g2. So there are many ways of doing it, but it's a very pretty one that he found. The Lone Wolf strikes back and mates Jasugi. So how do you mate that white king? So let's have a little think. Thinking of having a diagonal on h3, although I might want to put a knight on h3 one day. So is there a better way? Still, pawn here looks good, and queen here, and then take. Looks strong. Let's see what he did. He went for the queen. Yeah, so the queen does make sense because it stops the king running to f1. So my idea doesn't quite work of pawn h3 because he can actually go king f1. So after queen at g2, bishop takes, queen takes. The king can actually just do a bit of a runner. So it's not you try and block off its escape. If he blocks, what do we do if he blocks? If he blocks, then we can go knight d3 check and queen here checkmate. So, and if he blocks like this, then you could still do this, I guess. Knight d3 check would still work. Takes, and you just do this and then this. So probably has to run up, and now we can just do anything, I think. Oh, but he's going to run here. Okay, knight takes rook, just so that we can swing our queen in here if we want to. So if it's check, so he has to maybe take it, and queen d2 is checkmate, or he has to step up, and queen here is checkmate, or he has to block. But now we have a rook in hand, and that's oh, it's not quite mate, king e1. Okay, so this is a kind of a press. I think Marlon wants to create a new word for this kind of position, a hydraulic press, where you attack the king from 2 sides, and then you pick up the piece in between. But the Lone Wolf missed a mate in 10 here. Oh, this is an easy one. Yeah, this was... Yeah, I mean... Okay. I think it wasn't always a mate in 10. A little bit later on in the sequence there was a mate in 3 that he missed. Simply rook here, king takes rook, queen here check, and pawn here checkmate is the idea. But, oh, he doesn't have to take it. He can step up in this position. Takes, knight here. Ooh, capture a rook. Okay. I think there was some other point in the game when it was even easier, but yeah. Just taking a quick look if John Stuckey's around. Not yet. So we keep going. GD Howard spots a mate. So we just got a pawn in hand, and we're black. Doesn't look like we've got enough to mate, but hang on a second. Maybe we've got this and knight at h1, because that cuts off the king's escape route. So it has to be taken. We can take back with a knight, and now we have a rook in hand and a pawn in hand. So if the king drops back, it's an easy mate with the pawn. That would be straightforward. So the king has to run away, But it can't run away, it's only got this, but just a pawn and a rook will mate now. So yeah, very nice find. And the key, I think, to this is noticing that this is the escape square for the king, but a knight can actually cover this square. So it's a nice spot. But he also missed a nice mate. So I'm gonna cover up. Yeah, let's do this. Well, we're going to cover up the analysis and try and solve some of these while we're waiting. Let's see. Oops, that's not. I did used to have. Yeah, I used to have a box which I could cover stuff with, but I don't know where it's gone. Okay, so I don't seem to have it. Okay, never mind. So we just won't look. That's all. 12 likes. Okay, so we're black here, and without looking, let's try and we just see there's a mate. We have some kind of mate. We have a bishop and a rook in hand, and we know that G.D. Howard missed this mate. So what do we think? A rook and a bishop. Well, we could. Rook here is a very forcing move. Could also go rook here, but rook here seems good. King here, and takes. Is that going to be good enough? I mean, I think we have to take, because okay, let me see this. So rook here takes. If the king tries to run again, maybe is there ever a value in trying to push this? Maybe not. It's covering the square, I guess. Okay, let's just calculate. So rook here takes. Rook here again. I'm not seeing. Ah. Could we really do something as crazy as this? Knight here check, here rook g2, king takes is forced, bishop takes pawn check. The only reason for doing that is it is very forcing. But I'm feeling a little bit at a loss. Knight here, pawn here, rook here check takes, bishop here, just king up again. I'm going to have a look at the solution. Oh, so it is knight c3, takes. Okay. Oh, and then rook at c1. Rook at c1. Here. And the point being, if you go here, takes, bishop here, check. We're trying to create, so what we're trying to create is some kind of situation where we get to put a rook with check on a1, but the king could still try and run away. So we get what we want, but then how do we finish this off with just a pawn in hand? Okay, so the king wants to run this way. I mean, I can go here, pawn here, or bishop here, takes, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. Oh, there's a free pawn there. Well, that's an important pawn to take, because then that allows us to cut off this diagonal. Yeah, I just missed that. Check. And now the king is trapped, because if the king runs forward again, then this is checkmate. Okay, so that's very nice. And so then we get it. So that's what happens if he runs to A1. So he runs here, but now we get this. Okay, so it's if he runs directly to B3, yeah. So we have to do the same kind of thing, but now he's got rook takes bishop. Okay, but it's fine, because we still got a bishop in hand for this diagonal, so we have everything we need. Oh, I thought just rook here check and bishop here would do the trick. But apparently rook b1, king a2, rook a1, king b3. It's not quite enough. At c4, king takes c4, bishop b5 is nice though. King b3 at c4. So rook b1 is too slow. At c4 immediately is what's fast. And then the rook a1 just to finish. So let's see what's happening with the match. So Pawn in Training has joined the chat. Well, I'm just looking at some highlights from the Crazyhouse World Championship. What is happening? There cannot be live commentary without games. Yeah, so I'll put the study in the Discord of what I'm actually commenting on. I guess what happened is one of them said, "Can we put it forward 15 minutes or something?" to the other one. And the other one said, "Yeah, sure." And then they understood it as 15 minutes earlier, and then the other one thought it meant 15 minutes later. So I imagine it was a language thing. So yeah, okay. I've got to find my black box so I can cover up analysis, but never mind. We keep going. Atamek has just enough pieces. Chapter 14. We try and not look at this. We try and not look at it now and have a little think for ourselves. So it looks quite scary. Our queen is under attack with check. But can we counterattack is the question. And 2 rooks is promising. Maybe one of the rooks will land on h8. What we'd love to do is if the king ran to f8, we have rook at g8, king takes rook, rook at h8, checkmate. So we'd love to get the king to f8. Oh, but we can. Oh, wonderful. This is really nice. I really like this. Isn't this good enough? Knight here, check. And if king here... Okay. It wasn't what I thought. Okay, so king f8 was easy, because then we just draw the king to g8 and rook h8 is checkmate. But actually I have to go rook at g8, blocks, takes, and back rank him. So the point is the knight is creating a... Okay, but there was a much nicer way of doing it, which is rook at e8 first, king takes, then knight at g7. Oh, this is very pretty. That's really pretty. Really pretty idea. So GSVC mates CIW here. With the pawn and a knight in hand. So it feels like just queen takes knight will work. Queen takes knight. Oh, yeah, it works for even nicer reasons. So queen takes, it works for even nicer reasons than I realised. Is knight f3 is mate. Yeah, that's very nice. And quite important actually, because if you take the queen, then white is actually winning. So yeah, really beautiful mate, just exploiting the pin. That should go into any handbook on pins in Crazyhouse. GSVC misses mate though in this position. So okay, let's think about this one. Let's try and actually solve it. So just going rook takes rook looks incredibly dangerous because of bishop at g7, king takes knight, at h7 checkmate. Okay, so So we have to be aggressive here. Bishop takes rook looks reasonable, but then the king goes to h1, and I just can't see any follow-up check in that position. So the question is, how do I make this king on h1? Knight h3 is tempting, so we can do some other ideas. But so I mean, the beauty of knight h3 is if king h1, we have queen at g1, rook takes, and knight takes f2. But knight h3 just takes it. Then what? But then g2 is weak, and then we can win. Yeah, I think this is easy. Yeah. I mean, queen at g2 is fancy. The not fancy way of doing it is simply this. So when he goes to h1, you can draw him out. Just pawn even will do. King takes, queen at f3 here, and a pawn to mate. So knight h3 is important because then the king on h1 is not safe because it clears away the g2 square. But queen at g2 apparently is the stylish way of doing it. Okay, very nice. Kleerkast mates Crazyhouse. Just going to check one more time. So just going to quickly open up the stream manager, figure out what's going on. Kleerkast mates Crazyhouse. Yeah, so apparently Kleerkast says John Stuckey asked to start 15 minutes earlier. But I think there's a communication problem because he probably meant later or whatever, for whatever reason. So basically Kleerkast has been waiting. Oh, okay, so he really did mean earlier, but he's been held up and he's going to start in 3 minutes. Okay, that's rather unfortunate because Kleerkast has been waiting for 35 minutes now, which is quite a long time. Okay, that's time to edit the stream info and make sure we got lichess. Oh, we do have lichess. Let's just put it a little bit more clearly. On lichess, done. Just to see. Okay. And so hopefully then we can be live. So if the match goes ahead, as I think it will, and now we are live on lichess. Great, wonderful. Okay, so I'll just play through a few more while we have time. Kleerkast mates Crazyhouse, so very fitting. How did he make Crazyhouse in this position? So it's black to play. I mean, it looks like it should be straightforward, with the white king so precarious. And I'm tempted by this move just to keep the king from running somewhere where I can't get to it. If I went here immediately, maybe it was this and this, and just try and dodge us. So I think queen f2. Okay, I'm wrong. Queen c2 actually doesn't work. Queen c2 blocks. Here, king can even just take here. Okay. Okay, so apparently b5 is actually the right move. Rook here, check. Oh, that is nice. And so what if the king goes to b3? Rook at a3. Okay. Oh, I see. Impressive. And if here? No, here. Rook a4, king c5, rook c4, and then there's wonderful idea. Okay, so that's a nice mate from Kleerkast. Let's see how he does now against John Stuckey. Okay, and if anyone wants to join me in the house party, that would be very welcome.
Hey, I'm back.
Hi there, Legion. So yeah,
Okay, started. Yeah.
pretty hard on Kleerkast being hanging around for 37 minutes there. To be honest, if I were him in that position, I would reschedule. So, okay, we do this again. Because you're really in a kind of not in a good mood if you've been hanging around for 37 minutes.
I think Kleerkast won't mind too much.
Yeah, I think that apparently there was a good reason, as it were. Hang on, what?
Hmm.
Did something happen? No, I just imagined that White had played knight g1 or something. The knight never left g1. Yeah, so in these sorts of positions, often White likes to harass that knight on e4 with moves like f3, but then he has to find reasonable moves to do, and there are not that many moves. Like if you move knight c3, then well, we can always take on c3, and if you're waiting on f3, that means you're not developing your knight on g1 and so on. So
Now he already has a big problem because how does he defend the e4?
Maybe queen d5.
hi there. Is that pawn in training? Oh no, who's that talking? I can't. I need to put your volume up.
Yep, it was me.
Hi there.
Queen d5. What do you do on like c4 or his c4 move? Sure.
Queen a5 check.
Bishop d2. Maybe queen b6. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't like a6 in these positions. It's too slow. You're underdeveloped.
Yeah. I play this, but I can't give any kind of opening wisdom because I simply don't know. But I mean, the only really obvious thing is the really dangerous idea from White is sometimes e6. Like if White ever gets to play e6 and getting on f7, then it's very dangerous. And then the other thing is dropping pawns on h6. This is a e6 and h6 seem to be the attack points that you have to deal with.
I don't know about this.
Just
Oh,
just
I think Black
e6.
had a take on f3 and just accept that he's behind in development.
So why not just e6 there? But okay, sure. Because here there's no, actually this is
Yeah, I like e6.
the thing about Clearcast, by the way, is I find he's a really good defender. He's hard to
Yeah.
put away. So Oppa says f takes e4, b takes e4, pawn at c4 instead of pawn at f3. And he just said further, if queen a5, bishop d2. This is back into position instead of f3. Pawn at c4, bishop d2 if the queen goes checks. Okay, e6 comes. Queen a5, bishop d2 is still an issue. So the queen's probably going to end up on b6. Okay.
Huh. King f2.
Can Black castle long here?
Could do. All White's pieces are on the king side, so Casting long looked like quite a promising idea.
Maybe. This might be. Yeah.
It's nifty. He's threatening knight takes e5. Castle long would have also had the same effect, but yeah. So how to defend e5? Because the problem with knight d3 is then d4 falls, so okay.
Yeah, I think you have to attack this queen on a5 because. Well, actually, that started to get quite pleasant for black, I think.
Well,
Because white doesn't have anything.
the bishops are rather biting on d4.
Like knight g4 here,
Yeah,
I think.
I was thinking knight
He
d4,
doesn't.
exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
Because you're hitting on e3, and if you take queen takes knight.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, now we want to do queen takes e3. Yeah, queen takes e3. Feels so right.
Does it work? I mean, it keeps the initiative for sure.
Should.
But what's
It's crazy hour style. Now you take g2.
g2? But I'm always
Going
worried about
back, yeah.
running out of material here. We've only got like pawns and bishops.
But you're so safe.
Oh, and white doesn't have pawns. That's going to hurt. Knight takes bishop is check as well. The knight on e3 is rather guarding the king. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I liked knight f4 better.
But black is still better here.
Oh, hi there, GSVC.
He had knight takes d4 maybe. Okay, now knight g2. Okay.
I think the problem is time. They're both like 20 seconds. I mean, obviously black's doing nicely, but oh, he wins a queen now with check. He doesn't want it. Oh my goodness.
Wait, how did he check?
Yeah, how do e2 is guarded, so
He's still fine though. And bishop b4 is coming. Ouch. And that comes in on d2. Knight takes e4 also at some point. Knight takes e5 rather, at some point. Just take queen takes rook. Okay, just
nice.
He has this.
rook at e2 check. I mean, just pick up the queen.
No, but two.
Rook at e2. After queen takes rook. Oh, never mind. Anyway, I was thinking queen takes rook first, but yeah.
But knight is covering there. So.
That's true. Okay, so time to find a mate. We've been fooling around for too long here. Bishop there. Okay, we do a chess mate now.
F3.
Bishop
Mate
takes
one.
d4 check.
Yeah, chess mate.
Well played.
Oh, d5.
These type of positions be really hard for black.
So already looks good for the white.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is
Right,
development.
Yeah, and I guess that the fact that Jan Stuckey is thinking means that he agrees with me.
It's not just development; it's also space.
Sure. But what I mean is
White
like
has
the white bishops are both open and the black bishops are not. It's like
H4 now.
what's the point of
Yeah,
h4?
it's too committal. Just knight
play
c3.
H5.
No, not knight g5. Knight g5. You sack on f7, pawn e3.
Oh, no.
That's easy
H4.
succeed.
He just wants to develop.
Who needs development? Lila Zero is saying H4 in every position.
Four.
By the way, GSBC, do you use AlphaZero in your preparation for normal chess?
Not Alpha Zero, Lila Zero.
Yeah, Lila
That's the
Zero.
one that is free to use.
Yeah. So do you use it? Like, do you like check your openings with Lila Zero, stuff like this?
Oh, checking opening is something I don't do, but sometimes I turn on Lila Zero. I think black's close to losing already.
But if it was white's
I
move,
really,
does bishop takes g6 work?
Knight takes f7.
I was thinking knight takes f7 was a stronger threat because it forces king takes and then something like knight e4 even maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe knight takes f7 is interesting. King takes f7, knight e4 feels a bit succeeding anyway.
What about bishop takes g6 in this position?
And what's the follow-up?
Takes e6,
Take
something
the,
like that.
This is nice. Just trying to get... He's getting a queen in hand in a position where his king is probably safe.
Well, black can block on d7 though. It doesn't seem as forcing as bishop takes g6. Oh, what?
Oh, king e7 I like.
So if
Good.
bishop d7,
No,
you can take.
I mean, what else were you gonna play?
Pawn d7. Like, what's wrong
And
is that?
and then you get
bishop
chest.
f4.
Then you get gesture.
Yes, white has more space and has a pawn in hand.
Yeah,
You just lose by chess in that position.
nice. Black just doesn't have enough pieces in play.
Yeah, the white squared bishop and the rook on a8 are dead pieces.
Ooh, committal. Because
I don't like
that's his defender of all the dark squares. Gone.
Yeah. Bishop at e5 looks interesting. Just fork a lot of things.
Wow.
Ouch.
This is quite nice because it prevents knight takes f4. 2 pawn f6.
I still liked bishop at e5 more because does the same but also attacks c7.
But c7 is covered right now.
No,
But okay, you
bishop
could
takes
take it
c7
and then pawn d7. Pawn
and then
d6.
pawn
Yeah.
at d6.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, true.
I mean, imagine bishop at e5, f6, bishop d7, black resigns. Well, this might be close to resignation too.
So at e6 is coming. At d6 rather is coming. So
Pawn g7 maybe was more forcing.
I don't think it matters much.
Well, the thing is, maybe you can run somehow now. But okay, you give him a bishop, that's quite useful.
it's true. Take the bishop, put it on d6.
But then black feels a little bit safe on the light squares and
True,
gets a
true.
tempo for
Okay, even better.
something.
Put the bishop on c5.
Maybe you include pawn at d6 first and then take on d7 and consider if you have mate with queen takes d5 and knight at c5.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking different order, but because this way. John Stuckey low on time and
He
resigns.
resigns.
Too uncomfortable position. Okay, so we're getting this opening repeated from game 1.
I really don't like ace. Why does black want to do this again?
Well, John Stuckey seems to be happy to repeat. So this is the point where Oppa had the at c4 idea. Okay, so
You can go c3.
But c3, knight at d5, I assume it's the idea.
Oh yeah.
and then d3 might also become weak.
Bishop c1.
I think it's because he's anticipating queen b6.
Yeah.
I think it's time for e6.
Maybe something like pawn at f4.
Ooh, so attacking the dark square.
On f4, knight
Maybe
h5, what do you do?
Maybe he's considering something like pawn at e3.
Yeah, pawn e3 seems forcing.
I was hoping that after knight h5 I would have a good move.
g5. No, never mind.
I was thinking g5 if you went to e2, but with the knight on h5, g5 just feels like asking for trouble.
Yeah. So g5 obviously weakening. f6.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Upper is suggesting upper moves in chat that are too deep for me, I think.
a6, nice.
I think that was the last game. And yeah, I've got that open now. So queen takes d4 is a threat, queen takes the rook is a threat. I mean, did white have to allow this? What was this? What was c3? I don't get it.
No, this is already dead.
But c3 seems to be the problem.
Yeah, this seems quite bad for white.
Free rook. But maybe you don't want
So
it.
Oppa was chatting in the Lee chess chat. Okay, sorry, I missed this. e3 takes e3, knight takes d4. Give up the rook and c3. Okay, I'm not sure I follow. So takes.
The point is the black could try to pin white's queen because the queen and the king would be on this same diagonal. Black would have a bishop in hand. This is probably resignable.
Crazyhouse is never resignable. Anything can happen.
That's not true though.
This is pretty resignable.
Okay, so d4 is sensitive. But Kleerkast doesn't want to go all in. So bishop takes knight is coming, because that knight will be very passive. c1. Knight takes is forced, otherwise queen takes d4.
Just knight f5 or knight d5.
Yep, and now we could come in and take, we could just keep on.
Just pawn at f2 now.
Yeah, pawn f2 seems
If king
reasonable.
g2, there's queen takes c1.
So you're saying there's a 3-knight mate.
Just queen takes c1, free knight.
Because of knight f4.
Knight f4. Oh yeah,
Mate one.
and then knight mates. Yeah, there's a 3-knight mate. Yes.
Three
Oh no,
knight?
hang on, wait a sec. Where's the mate?
How many knights do you see?
Yeah, I don't.
Queen takes c1.
Knight
Knight
c4 is
f4 is
mate.
mate in one.
Yeah, that's true. Knight c4 is mate. Crazy.
Nice.
It's well played.
So 3-love to Kleerkast. Yeah, I mean, winning as black like that,
Oh.
pretty impressive. Okay.
Oh, again this line.
No, it's not good.
I thought we all agreed this was bad for black.
Yes.
H4, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, John Stuckey wasn't listening to us.
Well, with his thing in move 3 after knight f3, I thought he agreed with us.
Yes. So the fact he didn't take on f3 means he realizes
Yeah,
something is
yeah.
wrong.
He thought for like 30 seconds after knight f3, so I
Yeah.
took that as an agreement. Knight e5 can be played here, just
going,
because queen a5, queen at d2 check. But
wow,
I'm not
very
sure if
nice.
it's
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's good.
So 95 queen e8 transvestite opening.
Oh well, then I don't mind.
Yeah, you don't mind exactly.
I really don't know how black was gonna defend f7 if knight d5.
Queen e, yeah, basically queen e8.
Queen f6 probably, right?
Yeah.
I mean, queen e8 seems so wrong.
Yes. And if king e8, I could do an upper move and consider queen at d8.
That's funny. And Oppa says, or a GSVC move and G6. Dropping on G6.
Oh, he means at
G6.
he wants to do some at g6.
After king e8.
But I like how white is playing. Just develop normally.
Yep.
Don't
Castle.
go for tactics if you
Castle.
don't have.
Castle queenside. Okay, so how to defend the pawn? I guess at d6 is the only way. Queen. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Rook d1 is coming, and they're going to drop a pawn on d6 anyway.
And now knight e5.
Yeah.
f7 is free basically.
So basically, white's had. So what? Basically, black has played 1, 2, one developing move with the knight. So 4 moves basically, four developing moves effectively. While white's even got his rooks going, both his rooks going.
Wait, I left for a bit and I saw that black played queen at d8 and pawn at d6.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he's just setting up for the next game. Here, Oh, knight takes h7. Why would you do that, Kleerkast? Just why?
And maybe he wants at g6 ideas.
But
He
g6
was-
is defended so
Oh,
much.
he wants knight at. He was trying to set up a trick.
Yeah, it was such a nice positional dominance, and he brings
He could have just
tactics.
pushed to e5. He could just push to e5.
It is mating though, right? At f7 is mating. So it's that kind of idea.
Probably.
The problem is he doesn't have to take with the f7 pawn. I mean, he can just go,
Yeah, he takes with pieces probably.
yeah. Exactly. So he gives up a rook and a rook. Not quite what we want. Although, having said that, like, the back rank is weak. I mean,
Just knight h8 or
I was thinking at h7.
knight h7 seems
I
a bit slow.
was thinking bishop at g8. Bishop.
Yeah, but we.
Like queen at g8 then. Sack on f7.
Okay,
Make it interesting.
do we understand this
I
move?
mean, if I was like Kataska, I would have done queen at g8 and queen takes f7, but I'm
Yeah.
not Kataska.
Okay.
Black seems to be getting safe, and he has some things in. It seems that
Yeah,
Black positioned him.
don't understand
Since
knight
the last
h5.
moves.
Yeah, so black's both
Maybe I
defend.
was right, and he didn't go knight takes h7.
Yeah. Well, he's still got development advantage.
I'm not sure. He has some weaknesses on the dark squares. D2, E3, G3. They all look quite
Sure,
weak.
but just at e3 and it's all sorted. If you wanted to.
And Black
Why
seems to be
d2 looks
quite.
annoying.
Pawn at D2. I guess he wants to take.
Oh, that's a free knight. Yeah, for sure you take that. Now you think.
Knight h7.
Knight at. Oh wow. Knight at G4 now. Looks-
Yeah, safe.
So we're not getting mated if we go knight h7, right? But okay. There are going to be back rank issues here. Bishop f6, rook d8. Oh dear, bishop f6.
Bishop f6, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Time travel is killing Stuckey here. And he resigns. I think if you look at the
It's
analysis of that last game, it'll
4-0.
probably be like, yeah, exactly, just like plus 10 the whole way. So it won't show any drama. For the engine, at least. Okay, so Stuckey probably thinking, how do I mix things up this time?
Just knight f3. Develop.
So he has a 30-second think and then repeats the line. It's like, maybe have that think before the game starts.
I really don't like this bishop E3, but
Katas says,
I really like bishop e3.
Katas says Jasugi plays it. I presume he means bishop e3. Don't tell him, but it's a big mistake. GSVC in the Lichess chat. Jasugi plays things that are bad and then wins because he's Jasugi. Okay, so we have got a different kind of position this game.
I think this is better for white.
Yeah. But it's still, I mean, it's still way better than what I get when I play black.
I think white should have castled first. Before f3.
Yeah. So knight at g2, people think.
I don't know about that trade. Bishop at g5. I think it almost traps the queen.
What? Does... Okay. It just feels like there's something wrong here. But yeah, bishop e3 looks good. So we've got like 3 pieces hitting d4. But d4 is well defended. There's three pieces protecting it. Of course, the piece we'd love to remove from white's position is the knight, because then, so if we can deflect that knight, we then go knight g3 check. Not sure if it's worth it.
Or it could be the bishop on g1. The bishop is defending f2 and e3.
Well, bishop takes g1 is kind of a big threat.
Yeah.
There's no good way to recapture that.
Oh. With bishop at f2, knight e3 mate kind of ideas, and if rook takes, knight e3 is still mate. If knight takes, then yeah. Okay, hang on, why not take the bishop? Because if you take the bishop, hang on.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't take it.
If you take the pawn, we get the rook.
Maybe
Takes the knight.
maybe he forgot that the rook on h1 was hanging. He thought that knight h3 he could just play h takes.
Ugh, okay.
I think that's the most likely explanation for it.
Play
Now queen d7
probably.
trying to take on e5 free pawn.
Yes, I could task saying do the crazy Ara move, king d7. So what does king d7 do there? Are you trying to get your king over to?
I
think it's just
a
preventing
reference
rook
to Crazy
b7.
Ara. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Preventing queen takes knight or something, or rook
Queen takes
b7.
knight also, yeah, true. But maybe he will take pawn next move. Let's see. Oh, free pawn.
There are, by the way, knight takes e5 ideas in this sort of position because the queen is hanging. Yeah, I mean, like knight takes e5 here. Why not? Free pawn. If you take the knight to take the queen, so the queen has to get out of dodge. So queen takes, knight takes. White gets to
But
attack
then
first.
c7 is free though.
yeah, c7
Oh,
hangs.
c7.
That's a bit of a problem.
Oh, c7
Hmm.
That's true. But then,
Not sure.
but then we could come in on e3 because the bishop wouldn't be on d2.
No, e3 is protected.
It wasn't last move.
Ah, you wanted last move?
Oh, maybe I got it wrong. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. I just want to play 2 moves at once. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's covering e3. So okay, so he's protecting. He's looking ahead. He's protecting and attacking d4. Protecting c7 and attacking d4. So 3 attackers and only 2 defenders.
Now, like, yeah, rook b6, I was gonna say.
Okay, so now d6 becomes sensitive, and it's a very logical chess from Stuckey, attacking the defender of d6 because he wants to. But they're two defenders of d6, but still, just trying to work away at d6 indirectly. So actually, yeah, quite well played from Stuckey this game. Nice move from Kleerkast.
Oh, rook takes e2 wins a queen.
Oof.
So
Easy,
rook takes
easy.
e2, king takes rook. What was the line?
Knight c takes
d4.
d4.
Knight c takes d4, and if pawn takes, knight at c3 picks
Oh,
up the
queen
queen.
takes queen.
Queen takes
Oh, queen
a4.
takes queen simply. Oh, rook
Oh,
takes
knight
a2?
c takes. Okay, yeah, I missed that
What?
tactic.
What is the rook takes a2?
So rook takes a2.
What is this sack sitting?
Oops.
Whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, there
Was it-
were some pre-moves there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, white just winning. No, pawn at f5 was...
You messed this up. Oof.
Hey, there's increment here. Why why is this happening? Both these players are quite fast, so they should be having this trouble.
Okay,
But why all the
white
pre-moves?
is making this hard for himself.
But yeah, because why all the pre-moves? There is increment in this game.
Okay,
free
white made this
pawn.
hard, but he should still be winning.
Queen b6, right?
Ouch! No blockers. Have to use.
Oh, bishop h4 check. Oh, this is resignable already.
I don't see anything. I mean,
There's no mate, you just
Oh, there
win
was
by lack of pieces.
97, right? Wasn't 97 mate? In like 2?
Yeah, but hard to find mates when everything wins.
Katas also saying king a4 in that towards that final position. I'm gonna open that up on an board to see if Kleerkast could have got away there. I thought John Stuckey had kind of blown it a bit with all the pre-moving, which is not necessary. Maybe I flipped the board.
Oh. Knight g7 looks like a bad move.
Yeah, so king a4, rook a1, knight at a3. So yes, it's bad for black. Yeah. Okay, we have e6. Okay, so black is learning. Black is learning from this game not to allow d5.
Can I say I think black is lost already?
But this looks quite similar to the original.
h4. h4. Oh. No.
You can still play h4,
Oh.
by the way. No, you can't. I was thinking of bishop g5, but
No,
knight takes knight is
no,
check.
he can't.
Yeah. I was thinking of ideas bishop
Oh.
g5.
Oh, Variance only agrees with me on h4, so I guess it's a bad move.
Maybe it's an IM move. We cannot understand it. Well, it's a free pawn.
It's a free pawn, but you waste a move taking it.
Bishop b5 check. and then rook e1.
And why not rook e1 straight away?
Because I don't want him to play knight takes d3.
The free knight in your hand.
No, I wanted to win a tempo on the knight, not to take it.
Okay, now knight a5, knight f5.
Now knight b5 and start succeeding ideas on c7.
That seems to work. Dark squares will be weak.
But how do you defend g7 if knight f5?
Knight where?
f5?
What
If
if
it's
I
like rook
take the
ga
knight?
with...
So
I,
Legion wanted
I had
knight.
rook e1 in my head.
So I think Legion wanted knight f5, e takes, knight takes d5,
No.
queen takes.
No,
and...
I had a rook on e1 in my head.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you had a third knight in your head, landing on f6, picking up the queen.
Yeah, no, my bad. Maybe I shouldn't go into lines with GSVC.
No, you should. This is...
Legion, don't read the chat.
What is happening in the chat? Yeah, this is way too advanced for me.
Ugh.
Yeah, so I think now it's flooding back now. This is John Stuckey. This is John Stuckey's style of play. He basically defends for his life, and plays extremely solid. But that means kind of chessing kind of ideas, like was it GSVC mentioning earlier? Kind of chessing kind of ideas will
What?
work. Knight takes g7 doesn't quite work. You just want to find where's the mate here, kind of.
Queen a4 here?
Knight f6, knight f6, ef6 doesn't quite work. So that's the thing about John Stuckey. It's funny. These players are both very, very good defenders in a way. They're quite hard to mate, but Stuckey is too passive in his way of going about it. So what's the line people are thinking about? A knight f6 comes, and so the idea is pawn at f7 and knight at g8, I guess.
Well, there's not much thinking to do after knight takes f6 for black.
So knight at g8. Can the king get away? Oh.
Nice.
Oh yeah, goes for the queen instead, because queen at e8 will then be a problem, or queen somewhere. Or you're picking up the queen with check, that will also be a problem. Yeah, king takes knight, queen e8 would be mate, for example. So where does the king belong?
If rook d7, I almost want to play queen a4, because the queen cannot move.
You want queen a4, just so your queen
If
is
king
trapped.
d7.
Yeah.
Okay, he resigns.
Resigns. So Kleerkast dominating this match, 5-1, just needs a draw to secure the win, which is an ideal position for the man from the Netherlands, right? So pawn in training is cringing at h6, but seems to have paid off.
He learned he's going to castle before f3.
Ah, so you see, Stuckey is learning. And Katask also saying, yeah, a6 unnecessary, just h5, h4 fast. Yeah, that's interesting. Don't think I play either of those in this position. The one advantage of h5 is you do stop the at h6 ideas. But
Well, you also stop knight at h5. castling could be
Yeah,
dangerous
knight
for
at
black.
h5, indeed, yeah. And Deadban in the Discord chat is saying that the winner of this will be playing chicken, probably. And Katas is saying h5, h4 is also prophylaxis against f3. Because...
That's a big word.
because after f3 you go h3 and you sax it on g2. Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, wants a bishop trade for bishop at g3.
Okay, alarm bells. Where's that queen going after? Yeah, like knight g3 and something. It's probably trapping that queen. Knight g3, knight h4, that kind of idea. So, oh, so that's why he goes on the, yeah, attacks on the offensive. Knight takes e3, hitting the, hang on, yeah, bishop takes queen, knight takes queen, there's no mate. Squares are covered.
I think that queen trade would have helped white a lot.
Oh, white's just winning now.
No, but the black queen is controlling nice that.
Okay, d3 is a focal point for black, which has been liquidated. So what can we do with rooks? Drop back. You don't want to go knight a7, that looks too ugly. So you want to do something productive. Maybe h5, h4, it's a bit slow.
Maybe push to b4. Trade
Oh,
off the
b4,
bad
of course,
pawn.
save that pawn, save that pawn, nice.
Trade the.
And you could even get...
Maybe c4. Yeah.
Ooh. So d5 is falling, so you have to take, but then d5 is still rolling in, so you really want to get your king out. But if you're going to get your king out by casting, then f6 is a problem. So black kind of needs 4 or 5 moves here, that's basically the problem. That's a nice move.
Okay.
Wow.
Pawn at d5 or something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So white plays Horde here. Just rolls in.
I don't know if there was a significant difference between taking on a3 and or letting black take on b3.
I'm also wondering whether you need it at d5 rather than pushing d5. Does e5 matter? Yes.
It probably does.
Yeah, it probably does. See, it is your central pawn hitting f6. So just being a bit too impatient thinking. Okay, knight takes bishop. And getting on f7, does that work? Or knight takes...
Kleerkast is hoping for knight takes g6 here. 'Cause that's his only chance, I guess.
Really? That's what I'd play. That's why he beats me all the time. So what's
Because
wrong?
then you take e2 and you start attacking.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And you hope you don't get mated.
You hope you're not mated, yeah. Because you probably are mated, but okay, you're probably not.
I'm not sure, because
Oh, the
if you
queen's
ever have check on f7, you run to d7.
Also, the queen can sack on g5 and stuff.
Yeah, queen can definitely.
And Katas saying maybe it is dangerous because with the knight on g6, their idea of taking f8. Miss check if you try and run away this way. Yeah, I think the problem is g5 is covered by the queen. And yeah, Opera also says
Task says bishop e8, yeah. I missed that because you have knight a7. Now queen b2.
oh, so is it enough for surely black doesn't have anything here.
Oof.
Yeah, this is rough for white now.
Some idea of knight takes f3 and rook takes e1 there?
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe knight takes f3, he just had king h1.
He's leaving f2 open. It's interesting. Oh, because of course he wants to keep the defender of e1.
Whoa, whoa, what is this?
Oh, knight hg3,
Oh.
rook f2.
a3, yeah. Oh,
Oh.
what?
Well, what? Okay, it's probably his mate.
Is it?
It has to.
Okay, it is, it is. If
What's-
it has to, it is.
What?
Oh my god.
I don't see it. King takes, knight here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! Oh,
But
this
what?
almost works.
So there's no mate. He's done for.
Oh, but black had a draw.
Yeah, he had draw, draw. Oh.
Oh yeah, he had a draw with rook f2, rook g2 to win the match. How did he miss it?
I mean, we all missed, except Katask.
Rook c2, rook b2. Gosh, my notation.
No, but he just missed a simple mate with knight hg3.
Yeah.
Ouch! So John Stuckey comes back. I mean that if John Stuckey wins the next 3 games, that's gonna hurt. So I was going to show that line. So in this position, knight takes g3.
Oh, he didn't play h4 again.
If king g1, obviously,
G3 is good.
that's checkmate. And if you take the knight, then at g2.
Rook f2 probably okay, right? It's the...
Oh, I see, because it's cut off. Okay, yeah. Actually, rook f2 is rook f2, king g1. Okay, that's much simpler. So back rank. There was a shorter mate which Slotfish was finding, which is why I was confused. Yeah, rook f2 then mates, and then in this position, okay, so he still has mate.
He's thinking for a minute. I think he would agree with me that his position is bad already.
What do you mean?
What is the knight doing on g6?
True, true.
He
It's
just has
protecting
a
stupid knight.
h4 and f4.
he just has a worse version of the normal lines with a tempo down also because the knight took too tempy to go to g6.
He's down a minute. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
So what happened this
I mean,
game?
maybe-
Because I was busy looking at the last one. Oh, H4 is making him think, is it?
I think White could have gone H3 and then pushed to E4.
No,
Open
I
the
mean, John
center.
Stuckey has been spending way too much time on this game. He should just go h5 and just take on h4. Go for mate.
So yeah, you maybe missed the last game where Kleerkast had an easy draw, which Katas pointed out in the chat. Just a repetition to secure the match.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
he even wasted a tempo with a6.
a6.
What is a6? There's never bishop coming to b5. What?
He wants to go knight f8, d7, f6. He wants to bring his knight to f6 now. He learned his lesson.
Instead of A6, maybe Black should have gone E5, maybe.
Yeah, e5 I like.
So
Six. h6. Black should go h6 and they're better.
Yeah, h6 is GG.
h6 is 0-1. John Stuckey is down 2 minutes. Jesus Christ.
This went bad. I'm not sure where.
Knight takes f7 and
What
knight
the
takes
hell is this?
d5.
So I think you'd agree, Mark, that John Stuckey is a very positional player.
Yeah, to each his own, clearly.
Just
I don't know if a positional player would play like this.
just the problem. The problem is
What kind of play like?
the problem is his positional play is based on just dumping pieces around his, blocking in his own.
His king.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a
It's a good
smothered
strat.
mate waiting to happen.
Just e4 here.
Yeah, e4 is good, but then you're creating some weaknesses on f3.
I have two pieces
Then maybe
defending
John-
f3 and not even ready to attack f3.
And the knight on d7.
Yeah, Katas also.
e4 and hope
Black
that.
doesn't take. White could just push to E5.
Yeah, exactly. If you take, you
Oh
get
wait, can't Black just go h5, h4? Oh no, you're threatening pawn at h6. Oh shit. Oh, that was a serious
No,
threat.
black is just completely lost here.
so you have to take, and then we got a knight hitting f6.
What if takes and knight f5? How do you take back with the knight?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I type back with the knight.
Oh god, he's down 2 minutes. Jesus, just make a move, John. Why are you in time trouble on move 10?
Pawn at h6, that didn't stop it.
186 comes.
On H6.
Yes.
Yep.
This is not the best game I've ever seen. F6, e5.
But it's not the worst.
Yes,
It's
Sure, it's
e5.
not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. I've seen some bad games. Well, actually, maybe he's okay. If he could take on g7, then maybe black is okay. Just dump some pawns around your king. Draw.
Black can't draw. Black has to win a draw, and Cleerkast wins the series.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, 94 is nice. I like it.
So the idea is
Okay, it's GG. Take and bishop e5 takes to red. This is sad.
so it's taking. If you'd taken the knight, is it just knight takes back or?
Yeah, of course. And you're also threatening bishop c6 later on. Knight takes f6. It's too hard to defend from everything. Game over.
Stuckey resigns. 6-2. Kleerkast wins.
I mean, I would have not resigned in this position, but I just don't like resigning in Crazyhouse.
Yeah. I think if you look at game 2, I think in this, I think
It was only +3. Why did he? Oh, it's +7. It's going up now. It's +3. Now he shouldn't have resigned. Just pawn at g6. Yeah, take the knight, pawn at g6.
So if you look at game 2,
Plotkin would win this.
you can see again sort of
This is easy.
This is Plotkin 101.
Yeah, I mean, like these are the kind of positions I have. That's why I'm saying, why
Yeah.
resign? If I were to resign every game I was losing in, my rating would be 0.
0 is hard though.
I know, but I have a talent.
Mm.
So this is the idea to
Damn.
continue. Yeah, so black did have some counterplay.
Crazy Aura would win this. Would win this as
That's
black.
black, yeah, exactly.
Is Crazy Aura better than Stockfish 8?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, it's good.
Yes, I
And
think
my next.
I think IQQI said that after 1 million games, he said it had got better. After 1 million games training, it was a better plan.
Okay, that's a good amount. That's usually how many games I play a day.
Cool. So yes, thanks for joining in and commentating as well. And I'm gonna say goodbye and to the to people watching on the stream, and see you next time.